Okay, so this video is going to look at common graphs and it's specifically going to look at our x squared graph. So hopefully you've watched the videos before looking at x squared graphs and how they draw and how to sketch them. So I wrote some notes up here and I want you to remember throughout this video that a graph crosses the y-axis when x is 0 and it crosses the x-axis when y is 0. So let's just have a look at this here. So it crosses my y-axis when x is 0. So if I choose any coordinate along here, that means that x is going to be 0. Similarly, if I choose a coordinate along the x-axis, that implies that y is 0. Okay, so x squared graphs make a happy face and negative x squared graphs make a sad face. So let's look at our simple example of y equals to x squared. Let's apply our rules of finding where it crosses my axes. I know it crosses the y-axis when x is equal to 0. Okay, let's substitute this in. I get y equals 0 squared, which hopefully you can see is y is 0, which means that I have a coordinate of 0, 0 on my axes. This also implies that I've got an x squared graph which crosses at my origin. Okay, well hopefully you can see which graph has a positive shape and crosses at the origin. It's this one here. Okay, let's go through the next one. Y equals to negative x squared. This is similar to the question we had before. We just need to determine where it crosses my x-axis and my y-axis. Well, it crosses the y-axis when x is 0. Okay, let's substitute this in. Y equals negative 0 squared, which is still 0. Okay, it crosses at the origin again. But this time, the difference is it's a negative x squared shape, which means it's going to be a sad face. So which one crosses the origin and is a sad face? Well, it's this one here. Brilliant. Okay, let's try the next one. So these start to get a little bit more challenging as we go. So the next one is y equals to x minus 1 all squared. And I wrote out here, this is the same as x minus 1 times x minus 1. So let's first find out where is it going to cross my y-axis? Well, it's crossing my y-axis when x is 0. So x equals to 0, which means that y is going to equal to 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1. Okay, 0 take away 1 is just minus 1, times by 0 minus 1, which is minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 is 1. Brilliant. Okay, we know that it crosses therefore at the point 0, 1. Perfect. So we need to look for a positive x squared graph that crosses the coordinates when x is 0 but y is 1. Okay, that could be this one here. But are you also happy to say it could be this one? 0, 1. Well, can you see this graph down here crosses the x-axis also? So maybe if we see, does it cross the x-axis? And see if we get an answer. Okay, so for this question then, we're going to have to look at what happens when my value of y is 0. So the next point down on this part up here. So when y is 0 this time, we have 0 equals to x minus 1, x minus 1. And hopefully you can remember that to solve a quadratic equation, we have something, so a bracket times another bracket, and that's got to be 0, which implies that one of these brackets is 0, or both of them are. So we'll have x minus 1 is 0, okay, or x minus 1 is 0, so we're only going to get one answer here. Okay, and rearrangement gives us that x is 1, which gives us a coordinate that we have 1, 0 is also crossing the axes. So 1, 0 is down here. So we have 1, 0 and 0, 1, which means that this is our graph as this one doesn't cross the x-axis. So let's highlight this one. Okay, the last one I want us to look at then is our x squared plus 1. So this one here is going to cross my y-axis at 1. So try and show me why that works. So when y is 1 and x is 0, which implies that my answer is this answer up here. Okay, try and do that one on your own if you're